Hello everyone, thank you for being here today. How are you all doing? I hope your day is going great. You are welcome to my channel. My name is Olakumbi. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to sew a kimono apron dress. But before we get into the video, if you are here and you are not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified each time I post a new video. For my old subscribers, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you all. For this tutorial, the materials we're going to be using are our fabric, bias, scissors, chalk, our rulers, and our tape measure. You just need about 1 yard for this tutorial. So let's get started. The two important measurements for this tutorial are our shoulder measurement and the total length of the kimono dress. So put your fabric on fold. You can see my fabric is already on fold. All right, you measure 15 inches. That's the shoulder width. You mark it all the way down. Using our ruler, we'll connect our marks. Then we'll cut it out. So the reason why we measured 15 inches is our shoulder to shoulder measurement is 15 inches, and we're working on both the front and the back. We from our guideline, just go back and go down by 1 inch. From this line, we're going to take the total length of the kimono apron dress. So the total length we are working with is 41 inches. So I'll measure 41 inches. Mark it here. Okay. Then we're going to add 1.5 inch to fold in bottom of the dress. Okay. So I'll mark 42.5. I'll go to the other side as well. I'll mark 42.5. I'll connect. I hope you can see it, guys. Okay, so I'll cut it out. So we're going to fold our fabric again into two. Remember, we already have it on fold, because before I fold it into two, to separate the front from the back. After that has been done, we're going to fold our fabric into two. Using our guideline, we're going to be forming our neckline. The width of the thing is 3.5 inches. So our fabric is on fold. Remember, our fabric is on fold. This is the fold, and we have both the front and the back. So we place it at the center front here. Mark 3.5 inches. The depth of the neck is 4 inches. I'll mark 4 inches here. Using my curve ruler, I'll connect. You see that? To make the back neckline, we'll come down by 1 inch. Make your mark there, and using your curved ruler, you can make your curve, or you can even use your free hand. It's not difficult at all. You can use your free hand to make the curve. You see? So simple, right? So this is our back neckline, and this is the front neckline. The next thing is to form our shoulder slope. But before we form our shoulder slope, we are going to take out 1 inch to form our side seam allowance. So we're taking out 1 inch. I'll mark it down a bit. You see that? Then I'll measure 1/2 inch on this line, and from this point we connect it to the neck here. So we form our shoulder slope. After we form our slope, the next thing we're going to do is to add allowance at the top. So we're going to put shoulder allowance of 1/2 inch. So I'll mark 1/2 inch. So I'll join it up together. So we have the allowance on the shoulder right now. We can begin to cut it out. So we cut out the back. After we cut out the back, we separate the back from the front, then we'll complete the front. Okay, so this is how the back is going to look like. We'll remove it, we'll separate it and put it aside. Then we'll complete the front. Okay guys, so now that we're done cutting, the next thing is to join the fabric at the shoulder. So you can see right side facing right side. This is the front and this is the back. So you join them using the 1/2 inch allowance that we left on the shoulder. I've cut out my 4 strips that we're going to be using for the belts at the side. Alright, the measurement is 3 inches by 25. It's up to you. If you want it longer, you can make it longer, you can make it wider, whatever you feel will make your dress beautiful, you can use it. So we'll fold it right side facing right side. We'll take it to our machine and join it at the edge, taking about 1/4 of an inch and going all the way to the end here. So I'm done stitching the belts, turning it right side out and giving it a good press. I'm also done stitching at the shoulders. So the next thing is to finish up the neckline. But before I do that, I would advise you to check if it passes through your head. Once it passes through your head, then it's all right and fine. You can finish up the neckline. Okay, if it doesn't fit, you just have to make a little bit of adjustment. You can go deeper. You can go deeper at the neck, at the front or at the back, or you can increase the width. To finish our neckline, we're going to use a bias tape. All right, so the first thing you have to make sure is your fabric is on the right side. So you take your bias tape, you place it at the edge of the neckline on the fabric, the flat side of the bias. You place it on the fabric, you open it up, one part of the fold, you open it up, then you make sure it aligns with the edge of the neckline, the edge of the bias touching the edge of the neckline. Then you stitch it round on the folded line of the bias, like so. You take it round all the way to the back. So I'll just be demonstrating it using my pins. I hope you can see it. So assuming this is the stitch, I've run round the neckline, then you take it and you flip it inside the neck line. You flip it the other way around. Okay, so when you flip it, you can see how neat it looks at the neck. Then you take it to the machine and stitch it at the edge of the bias round the neckline. All right, so when I'm done, I'll be back to show you how it looks. You can see the outcome of the bias. Everything is looking neat and nice. All right, so what we'll do next is to take in our 1 inch seam allowance on both sides, then 1.5 inches hem allowance before we eventually add our belt. We are done with our side seam allowance. We have taken it in on both sides. All right, so it's looking so beautiful. We are done with our hem allowance at the bottom. Our neck, we have finished our neck with our bias. So the last thing we need to do before we start rocking our kimono apron dress is to attach our belts. The first thing is to take your shoulder to waist measurement. So I've already taken my shoulder to waist measurement on both sides. Then you're going to do it for both front and the back as well. All right, so you take your belt, you place it on the dress like so. You take your machine, you run a stitch at the edge of this belt, then also run your stitch on the side seam stitch that is already made on the fabric. Okay, so when you do that, you will flip the belt to the other direction. You now run the final stitch at the edge here. You're not going to stitch it together with this fabric. You lift it one by one and do that. Make sure it doesn't go outside the edge of your dress. So you try and maintain the stitch on the dress. Okay, so I'll go to the machine, run the stitches, and come and show you how it looks like. Okay, we are done and it looks so beautiful. I'm really loving it right now. Okay, so I'd like you to try this project and let me know how it went. You can leave any question in the comment section below. I'll be glad to respond to it. So please, if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it to your family and friends, subscribe to my channel please, so that you encourage me to keep doing more of this kind of videos. Love you all. See you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.